I tend to trust guys that have the B in front of that billionaire. I tend to trust those guys.
If they give you their word.
Especially if he gives you his word. And mind you, if he doesn't take care of Julio, now you got the other 52 guys on that team are going to look, wait, you didn't take care of the best player, and now you want me to trust you? So I think this is bigger than just Julio. And plus, Julio is one of the top wide receivers in the National Football League.
Question.
So this is not hard to take care of. If I'm him, I report, and I trusted my agent and Mr. Blank and Thomas Dimitroff. They'll get it done behind the scenes.
I want to respond to one thing.
Go ahead.
I totally agree that he should trust Arthur Blank because Blank already gave him a couple million when he didn't have to.
Correct.
To me, that's what makes him trustworthy. The point about the B in front of the name billionaires making them more trustworthy, no, I think that makes you less trustworthy. There's a way you made that fortune. Believe me, you were ruthless. Most billionaires had to be ruthless to get there. So it's not that. I don't just take an owner at his word. No. But I do take a guy at his word who has already shown me that he's operating in good faith, and Arthur Blank has done that with Julio Jones.
I only have something very simple to say, other than I think Julio's arguably the best wide receiver in football, considering his size, his reliability, the fact that it's like 5 consecutive
That would be
years
DeAndre Hopkins, by the way, but go ahead.
Well, it's debatable. I mean,
Okay, but I'm just saying, go ahead.
He's in the conversation.
Okay.
Him, Antonio Brown, Julio Jones.
They're all
those
there.
guys. They're
Right.
all there, right? Here's the biggest reason. The biggest thing I love about how Julio Jones has handled this situation. He said, Mr. Blank gave us his word. So you put him on the spot. You see what I'm saying? If he just set up this, I'm going to report, and he's quiet about it, I'd have been like, oh, wait a minute now. It's the NFL. It's these owners. They make $226 million a piece, in revenue one season. I think it was the season before last, where they each pocketed $226 million and was still complaining about money. And was still worried about the Colin Kaepernick effect and the potential disastrous effect it could have on them when they pocketed $226 million a piece, okay? So hell no, I wouldn't trust them under normal circumstances. But the manner in which he handled this, I think, is what's so profound, and that's what needs to be noticed. He publicly stated, Mr. Blank gave us his word. And the fact that he said that, now you can trust it. Because if Mr. Blank, if he has to come out and say it didn't count, the word didn't count, that's when your point about those 52 other players. The fact that he publicly stated, only gave me his word, that matters. Because once that's not honored, it affects business.
Excuse me. Who'd you say is the best wide receiver in the NFL?
DeAndre Hopkins, Houston Texans.
How do we know this? How do we know this?
Well, if you just look at the numbers and watch how he plays. He didn't drop a pass last year, Stephen, at all. Not one. Not one. Not one. Dependable, shows up. And unlike the other wide receivers that we get on for being divas, Antonio, Odell, who want the spotlight on them, this man just shows up and balls, man.
But Julio doesn't want that either.
Julio does that. Julio does it also, and I think Julio's right there. Listen, we're splitting hairs. Julio, DeAndre Hopkins, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham. For me, if you ask me which one of these guys could you take, would you put number one? Slightly, I'd put DeAndre Hopkins above.
Julio Jones does that too. Let me tell you what. Above everyone.
DeAndre Hopkins above everyone.
But he has a number one.
I'm sorry, you said everyone. I want to know who number 2 and 3 is on your list. Give it to me.
2 would be Julio. 3 would be Antonio Brown.
Okay.
4 would be Odell.
All right, look. Every generation has their incredible hands receiver who's one of the best in the league. Chris Carter, Larry Fitzgerald. Ours right now is DeAndre Hopkins. He is among the very best in football. Almost never is that guy considered number one, even if he just keeps his head down and works. And DeAndre Hopkins has a hell of a case. I'm not saying he doesn't. The answer is Julio Jones. I believe in my heart Odell's better than everyone. Like a standard deviation better. I think Odell's in a class by himself, but he hasn't proven it. I can't sit here and say that he is definitely the best, even if I feel it.
Yeah,
because my eyeballs
tell me
because my eyeballs tell me at the same age he's better than everyone, and also I see him do things no one else can do. Period. And he's an all-around football player. Just because he's a diva doesn't mean he doesn't do all the things he's supposed to do.
That.
So that's one. But I can't prove it. The best statistical argument can be made for AB. You make a hell of a case for DeAndre Hopkins. But the answer is Julio Jones. Because Julio Jones has that home run hitting ability. He's a spectacular wideout. There's not a single thing missing. He has the size. He has the hands. He has the route running. He keeps his head down. He's a good teammate. He's a team player. He doesn't give you any of the baggage any of the other guys do. Plus, he's not just good hands and everything. He's breakaway speed. He's not just the breakaway speed. He doesn't give you problems.
And he's in a city like Atlanta, and he never gets distracted.
Julio Jones just
Boy,
that
saying
is
a lot.
saying a lot right
Julio
there.
Jones
saying
is
a
the
lot.
number
Saying a
one
lot.
guy.
I mean, y'all smiling, y'all looking at me smiling because you know what the hell I'm talking about.
And he doesn't
but
drop
I'm very,
passes
very
to
serious.
playoffs.
It's a lot of spots in Miami.
Let me tell you
Atlanta.
something. Listen, like I said, in Atlanta, and I see, going to the basketball, for example.
Yeah.
One of the greatest reasons why I give Dwayne Wade so much credit for his greatness is that he was in Wade County. They call it Wade County, for crying out loud. South Beach, all right? And the brother was there winning and being sensational and a future Hall of Famer. You know how many bodies have departed from South Beach, never to rehab?
Because they were winning, but in a different sense of the word.
Because they were distracted and couldn't handle it. That matters, man. That matters. And Julio Jones, this is not. See, Odell's in Cleveland.
That's why we had to
Is it
keep you
Cleveland?
behind
The
in
best
Bristol
place for-
all
It's
these
Cleveland.
years.
It's
We had to keep you in
No, no, no,
Bristol,
no, no, no.
so
I'm
that's how you stay
He's
so
trying to get to LA.
successful.
He keeps talking
No,
about
but
moving
that's
to
why
show
he's
to
so
LA.
successful and focused. We had him out there in the sticks.
I am disciplined, I am focused, and nothing steers me away from my job. But I'll be damned if I don't know how to have a good time. And I'm here to tell you something right now. Atlanta, Julio Jones
Okay,
excelling in
we get it,
Atlanta
Stephen A.
is a very
It's
special,
impressive.
special,
Not quite as
thing.
impressive as Miami, but it's impressive in Atlanta.
Yeah, Miami's the most impressive.
no,
Even I'll say
That
that.
would depend on who you ask. It would depend on who you ask.
Whatever you're looking for, Stephen A. Miami's winning.
Yeah.
Miami's winning. I'll stand
Yeah,
up for New York. but
Miami is
Miami
another
wins.
level.
Yo, Miami wins, and there's no close second.
Yeah, I'm with you. I go to Miami and I'm like, I got to get at the gym.
It is a different flavor
It is different.
in Atlanta than it is in South
Got every
Beach.
flavor in Miami.
Yeah,
Look,
very international in Miami.
No, that is true. It is.
Oh, well, we
Oh my
turned
gosh,
cultural. I
good
love it.
Cuban food. You know, it's a good
Yeah,
time.
without a
yeah, we're talking about
All
the
right.
food.
Right on.
Futu.
Yeah.
Futu.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Georgia peaches. Yeah, the good food.
I love
there,
it.
too. Yeah.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.